Hi everybody, welcome to this episode of the Lavaca County News Review podcast. Now, join your hosts, Murray and Michelle, as they bring you the news from all the newspapers in Lavaca County, Texas. Okay, Murray and Michelle, take it away.
Hello everybody, this is Murray back with you for the latest edition of the Lavaca County News Review. And this is going to be for the 12th and 13th of April issues of our newspapers. And I got Michelle here as always. What are you doing, Michelle? You all right?
I'm doing good.
All right. We got a lot of news as always in these papers. But before I get started, I want to, and you'll see this in your papers, we've got a new ad for this podcast, and Michelle put it together, and it looks really good. And I'll ask Michelle, what do you think? How'd you do it? You did all right?
I think I did good. I don't know. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I thought it turned out well. And we've got it in Moulton. It's huge, and then we have smaller versions. But anyway, check it out and check out our podcast. We'd really like to have you listen, and we'd love to have you share it. So we're going to start off with the Shiner Gazette, and I'm going to turn this over to Michelle.
All right. Well, welcome to the great city of Shiner and the Shiner Gazette with all the news that's going on there. This weekend we have some great events. We have the Shiner Volunteer Fire Department annual cook-off. Murray mentioned this a couple weeks ago that he loves going to that car show, so come out and support them. Remember that those are volunteers, so when you go to an event like that, you really are lending a hand to what they do. We also have a chamber lunch and learn coming up. So that is a great opportunity to get to know your community and learn some things. They're going to be talking about tourism and different stuff like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
you're fine.
That car show in Shiner, I've gone to it a lot of years, and I don't know if I'm going to make it this time, but that's one of the best car shows in the area, and I've been to all of them. So if you can make it and you love classic cars and hot rods, check it out.
It's Murray approved.
You bet. You bet.
And then we have a great story by Jimmy Apple about the court approves first responder telecommunication oversight committee. A long cut line there, but basically the commissioners wanted to say that they aren't first responders, and so they wanted a committee that could help them liaison somewhat and be advocates for the first responders. So they picked 5 first responders, one from EMS, a constable, a sheriff, I think it is Sheriff Harmon unless he sends someone else, a chief of police, someone from the fire, and I think I said EMS. So that would be the 5, and they're going to oversee day-to-day operations and different things. And they're from different towns, because we have Harmon, we have Billy Petru, who's from Shiner, Michael Furr, Randy Schlav or Sheila, I'm not sure. He is the Halsville chief of police. Those of you, I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name, and Carrie Peters, which is the constable. So thanks to them for forming that, and that'll be a great in-between guide for them.
We got a lot of stuff in here, and some of it is repetitive in all the papers. So we're not going to cover it all in one paper. We're going to kind of try to split it up a little bit. I see there's is that what you were just talking about?
The Shiner Chamber, they welcome the new LMT. So that's a new business. So congrats to Emma Herman.
I see Egan Barthel's got his face stuck in there
yes.
too. Egan's a traveling man. I tell you what.
He is our chamber president. He's a great guy.
Yeah, he is. He really is. And he knows I'm joking. So, I don't know. We got an honor roll in here.
Yeah, congrats to those kids.
And a champion steer.
Yeah, it was a thank you that was purchased in memory of someone.
I don't know. We're going to go on down here and look at the sports right quick, but we can't no way talk about all of them. Got the Lavaca Soil and Water Conservation Contest winners.
Congrats to them as well, along with all these sports. They're doing a great job.
Yeah, we can't do all these sports, folks, but there's a bunch of them, and you can see them on LavacaCountyToday.com. Wait for your paper to come or whatever. And we like to thank Mark Luby. He does a great job over there, just like Chuck Groff does in Hallettsville. Have you got anything else, Michelle?
No, just make sure you guys take a look at the classifieds. And also, if you need to get something in the classifieds, it's a great way to get something sold or your information out there. And then on the very back page, you want to talk about it, Murray? You talk about
Oh, you can talk about it because I think you got
All
some
right.
kinfolk.
Well, on the back page, you see a very special group of youngins, I'd like to call them. They represent the city of Shiner very well. And I actually had the honor of taking this picture, and it was a fun day with them. And they were enjoying the beauty of really what Texas wildflowers are. And so they look beautiful in the wildflowers, but those wildflowers make them look even better.
Yeah, it's an awesome picture. And what I like about it, from being a photographer myself, is it don't look so much posed. You know, it looks like they're more having fun than trying to look for a picture. But
they're a fun group. So
anyway,
welcome, sweet, sweet springtime. We don't get much of it in Texas. It hits summer pretty fast. So
you bet.
Enjoy the spring.
Okay, we're going to move on over now to the Hallettsville Tribune Herald, and we've got the annual Fiddler's Frolics on tap for April 21st and 23rd. I believe that's next weekend.
Next weekend, yes. Yeah. And so inside there is a pull-out advertisement for the fiddlers. They'll tell you all about the event, what's going on. So read that article, look at that. It's in all of your papers this week as an insert. So pull that insert out.
Yeah, we got a big picture of, I guess that's a sunflower. And that was taken by our managing editor, Bobby Huriska. A lot of these things, did you talk about early voting?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, this is Jimmy's story, and it's about early voting, and he gives the days and where and the time and all that. So just check out your paper. I believe that's probably in all our papers.
Yeah, somewhere it got in all of them.
We have the official rain total reaches 5.23 inches. This is by our National Weather Observer, Larry Rothbauer. You mentioned something about, what did you say? Something about rain?
Yes, there's lots of rain. And Hank, Henry Yashik said, "You missed my picture, Murray. Go back." Anyway, Hank said that some people got 7 inches. Do you think he's
I heard that too. I don't know where it was, but I did hear that. It was on social media.
And then I had a really good time at the Spetzelbury Easter egg hunt, but this is where I caught this little boy jumping in a mud puddle. His mom gave me permission to use the picture, but I don't know how excited she was that he was in the puddle. But
yeah, that's something that boys do.
He was having fun.
We had 3 daughters, and they did it too. So, and we got Henry Joe Hank Yashik's Town Chatter. I hadn't looked at it yet, but I don't know what he's got for
I think it's a new trivia question, right?
Yeah. What's the nickname of the 1945 song and 1946 movie that was included in the album Bing, a musical autobiography in 1954 by Bing Crosby? So that's Hank's question.
It's a tough one.
And you got to be pretty damn old to know it. See, I probably know it, but I'm
not going to.
Well, I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to make Hank mad, for God's sakes. Anyway, we're scrolling on down. We got this big cleanup day. There was, I believe, a proclamation for that, where they're going to clean up around the Lavaca River.
Yeah, I think it's on Earth Day, which is very fitting.
Yeah, that's right.
And we want to thank Hofers. They always advertise with us. Hank likes to hold out for that Bluebell they put on sale. I don't think it's on sale this week.
Well, that I worked at Hofers a while, and for the 20 years that I've lived in Hallettsville, they've always advertised with this paper. Like Michelle said, thank you for that. We appreciate it.
We have updated, I think now, all of our ads and staff boxes and those things. So you have the right. We did a lot of changing of emails and pricing and all that stuff. So that has all been updated for what we tried really hard to tell anyway. So send in those ads. They are due by noon on Monday.
There was a lot of changes to be made because we've had people come and go and be in different positions. So when you get your paper, check out that staff box and you'll see all that. Michelle did a good job putting that together. We have the Lavaca Medical Center Employee of the Quarter. Can you read that name? Because I cannot.
It is Paula Taylor.
Yeah.
And she is an RN.
Yeah, with Steve Bauer. Congratulations to her. And when I say scrolling, folks, I'm looking at this electronically on the iPad. And these papers just came out today, so Michelle and I hadn't had a lot of time to read them. You'll have to read them, and we'll read them later. How about that? More pictures. This is getting into sports now, and they're everywhere. We had a class reunion, Hallettsville High School of 1959. and more pictures. And as usual, Chuck Groff does a good job. And I would tell you what I call him, but I'm sure he wouldn't want that to get out. So anyway, we're going to scroll on past that. You need to look at your sports in all these papers, because between Mark and Chuck, they do a good job. And we have some school news here, school menus. I don't know exactly what that is. It's
I don't either.
A Bell Award ceremony, Bell Award.
When educators are honored, we always are very thankful for the job they do. So congrats to them. And read what that Bell Award is, because I know Murray and I will be checking to see what it is.
Yeah, we'll have to. Okay. I don't see anything else that's jumping off the page at me. We got classifieds, as usual. You need to check those out in every paper. You might sure find something that you didn't know you needed. And we've got Duck Kubicek was Speaker at Lavaca County Retired School Personnel. And that's been a while. But anyway, it's in there now. And here's our big ad.
Yeah, it's looking really good there.
Yeah. I noticed you put your face in front of me. I haven't figured that out yet.
I don't know either. I mean, I just didn't want everyone to be shocked by how handsome you look.
Well, no, I think it's the other way around. And you know, it's really not right.
It's not?
To treat old people bad.
I'm not treating you bad.
They have a law, of course they probably don't enforce it anymore, about injuring the elderly. And you can injure them physically and mentally.
Oh, no.
But I think it's because she looks better than me. And but anyway.
That's sweet.
You did a good job, and it looks good. I'm going to be putting this up on our LavacaCountyToday.com in the near future. But most importantly, there was a lot of people maybe that didn't know about this podcast. And it's been growing. It's been growing every week. But hopefully this ad will get around, and a lot more people will find out about it. We're going to move on over now to the Hallett's. No, what are we doing in Hallett's?
No, one more, Murray. All right, we're going to wing Yoakum the old way with an actual newspaper. All right, well, on the front page, there's a big old picture of a really old tree that fell down, so read all about that. I bet that tree could tell a lot of stories.
Well, go ahead. I'm going to let you go ahead on, and I'm going to try to get...
I'm just going to keep on going, he said.
I'm going to try to get this called up where I can see it on the electronic version.
So we have Hall of Famer E.L. Moore. Now, I had to ask and really read about this because Mr. Moore actually umpired many of my softball games when I was in high school, and I will say that was quite a few years ago. So I was like, is he winning this award for umpiring or for playing? And I was notified it was for playing, and he's done a great job playing all these years and still does play some different tournaments that fit his age category now. So he is a Hall of Fame fast pitch softball player. So congrats to Mr. E.L. Moore. And Murray has it up, so now Murray can talk. What are you going for, Murray?
We're looking at the Yoakum Independent School District, had a board meeting. Did you talk about the picture of the tree?
I said that tree could tell a lot of stories.
Oh, yeah, you did. Okay. I was busy.
Yeah, you were busy.
I wasn't listening.
That happens to me a lot around here. They don't listen.
Do you talk more or you listen more?
I definitely talk more.
Okay.
100%.
You saved me from having to say it. But, you know, this E.L. Moore, I don't know if you recall, but our previous podcast man, Hans Lammerman, that he and I started it together, he wrote a story about Mr. Moore. And I think he may have written more than one. But anyway, it was in past issues. And this man, he's to be congratulated for all he's done for sports and what have you. Yoakum's having a cleanup program like everybody else. Let's see. We got their sports, and they got the golf teams participating in a tournament. Lady Bulldogs winning against the Rice Lady Raiders, and that's softball. That's Mark Luby. And let's see. You see anything, Michelle?
Him and Chuck have been...
But there's a whole lot of stuff here, folks. You're just going to have to get your paper and read it because, like I told you before, we're as new to seeing it as you're going to be.
And there is the upcoming election there. They have a bond, as well as Shiner's going to have a bond. And that will be in our papers, like all the information. I know it's coming up. They're working on it now. So make sure you pick up those and read it. It's best to be informed.
And they have a big picture, a 6-column
6-column
picture
right.
of the Yoakum High School class in 1973.
And do we know anyone in there? We do. It's Nadine. Where is she?
Where's Nadine?
I don't know, but they told me she was on there.
She'd be the only one I would know.
Oh, right there, Murray. Look at that. Nadine works in our Yoakum office, and she celebrated her reunion. So congrats to Nadine.
Yeah, Nadine will be the one on the extreme left. And if I know Nadine, she's probably telling everybody else how to pose. You know I'm kidding, Nadine. That's a good picture. I don't know who took it, and basically I think that's about
and
it.
there is a little ad. Yoakum kind of beat everyone to the punch, but all of our newspapers will be doing a special section for our seniors. It's hard to believe that graduation is coming up.
Yeah.
So we will you'll be contacted by various people from the paper selling you these ads, and we really do appreciate your support for the senior class and their accomplishments. And you, as parents, are welcome to take out ads as well. So if one of us isn't contacting you, please contact one of our newspaper offices, and we will make sure that we get you the best ad to show your congrats to
And
your
what's
senior.
that deadline again?
I think it's May 5th. Can you scroll all the way down to your... Oh, wait. I can look on the back page. It is May the 5th. Yes, Friday, May the 5th.
Okay. We're looking at the Molten Eagle now, and Jimmy Apple's got his story about the Fiddler's Frolic and early voting, Telecommunications Oversight Committee. That's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that is what I talked about. And I gave a very brief overview of something that's pretty complex, so make sure you read about it.
And folks, I have a column in here. It's about the Battle of San Jacinto, which the anniversary is April 21st. It happened in April 21st, 1836.
So 187.
It's been a long time. This picture I got from the Texas State Library, and it's a pretty famous picture. I think it's hanging in the Capitol, and it's originally in color. It shows Santa Anna surrendering to Sam Houston. Sam Houston had his ankle shattered by a musket ball, and so he's lying down, and Santa Anna is standing there, and I guess they're negotiating. Of course, poor old Santa Anna.
What kind of camera do you think they use, Mary?
Well, I think that's probably a painting.
A painting.
Yeah,
Painting.
yeah, I doubt that that's a photograph. I may have said photograph, but anyway, it's a famous painting, and the story on that was, and it's in here, Sam Houston had 2 horses shot out from under him. He had his ankle shattered. The excellent Santa Anna, he called himself the Napoleon of the West. He didn't stand around to fight. He took off. And they caught him a couple of days later. He was wearing like peasant clothes and all that. But when they brought him back in, his soldiers all started hollering at him and honoring him. And so they knew then that they had him. But anyway, this, as far as I can remember, this column is just in Moulton, friends. It's just in Moulton, and I'm hoping that it'll appear in the other papers, or at least one of them, next week. But if it doesn't, and you want to see the complete thing, go to LavacaCountyToday.com and hit the button that says Articles, and it'll come up.
It's a good read. I haven't got to read it all, but I did skim through it.
Well, looky there. There's an ad.
Yeah. Look, there you're in front of me, Murray.
Well, what happened?
I changed it up.
Oh, so why did you put yourself in front for the color version and put me in front for the black and white? I guess you're more colorful than I.
Do you think I'm more colorful? I would admit that I am pretty colorful person overall.
And we've got the winners of the Moulton Volunteer Fire Department posters, and these kids are all on here. There's 2 pictures. And let's see, we've got Moulton Sports, kitten softball split district games against Ganado and Louise. And then there's another story in here about the Lavaca River cleanup, which takes place Earth Day morning, as Michelle said. And the classifieds. And then on the back page, more about the rain.
Yeah, Larry Rothbard says that we were pretty short on rain and long on wind for March, but we sure made up for it last week with a lot of rain. I haven't heard that much thunder in a very long time.
Do you know what phone number that is?
I have no clue. But we're supposed to be calling someone right now, according to Murray's iPad.
you know what? Don't we have it links where they can touch it in the ad?
So we're calling an ad. And that's a good thing Murray brings up. Maybe that's what we were supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Is that on our websites, if you go, any links that you can touch, any websites, they will be live. So you can just click on that to go.
Yeah, I'm afraid to touch it again because it took me a while to get that call turned off. But if you are an advertiser, you'll like that. That's really good. And look here.
Now I'm back in front.
I'm not even going to say anything.
I'm going to say
I think when you saw me in front, you just couldn't stand it.
I couldn't
take that old man off. Put me in front.
That was not my thought process. Okay. I just want everyone to know.
Yeah, well, you know I'm joking.
I told Murray he was handsome.
Boy, and now she knows how to lie. No. Either that or she can't see well. I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, guess what? That's 6 columns.
It is.
Oh, yeah. So that pretty much covers the papers that I can't think of anything offhand. But what did you do for Easter?
What did I do for Easter? I had a little dinner with friends and basically just worked. I had some work to catch up on. Isn't that sad? Uh-huh. But it's okay. It was the first weekend my daughter did not have an event, so I didn't have to go anywhere. That was nice.
That's good.
And I went to the brewery, remember? So she did have an event there.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, the only thing we did, we went up to Seguin so we could be with our kids and our grandkids, and my youngest daughter lives in Seguin, so we all got together. We spent a few hours there. Wasn't up there long.
How was your dog friend?
You mean the one that nearly killed me?
Yes, that one.
I told him keep him away from me. Of course, I don't know if y'all know this story, folks, but I took a pretty good spill last time we were up there. I don't know if it's Christmas or Thanksgiving. And I blamed it on the dog because the dog was barking at me. But I started running at the dog and failed to see what do you call that, a hassock, or where you prop your feet up? What do you call that? So sit it by a chair.
Stool?
No, my mother and my grandmother called it. I want to say they called it a hassock. Anyway, whatever it is, I didn't see it, and Murray took a tumble. And of course, I cussed the dog the rest of the day, and I didn't mistreat him, but I didn't talk to him either. But anyway.
But they're friends again.
Oh yeah, we're big buddies. But anyway, I guess that's all of my adventures.
Murray, for Chuck, in case he's listening, his favorite joke is you say, "What's a good day at the office here, Murray?"
When nobody falls.
When nobody falls.
Yeah, I said that on the first podcast that Michelle and I did together, I believe. And Chuck never forgot it. And what I was referring to is we've got a little colony of old men at this paper, Hallettsville. And I said it's a good day when one of them don't fall or break a hip.
And we are very thankful for those things. Yeah. We don't have time to call 911. That is basically it.
Well, and you couldn't pick me up. So other than that, I appreciate all of you listening, friends. I'm going to let Michelle say her goodbyes first.
But are you really, Murray?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay, well, I am going to sign out. I'm going to tell y'all to have a wonderful rest of the week and a wonderful weekend. Definitely hit up some of those events like the one in Shiner. Enjoy. Make sure you're getting those graduation ads into us. I would love to see them. And get your regular ads in, guys. You don't know how many people look at the paper to see what's going on in different events and what's being sold. So let us help you get that word out there, and you're helping us. And get ready for the Fiddler's Frogs in a couple of weeks.
All right. Are you through?
I'm through.
Okay.
Done.
Well, friends, I want to thank y'all for coming and listening to this podcast. We have a lot of fun doing it. And I hope that if you do listen to it and you like it, please share it, because that's how we get more listeners. And plus, of course, we're promoting our newspapers. Thanks again for listening, and we will talk to you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
If you work as a manufacturing facilities engineer, installing a new piece of equipment can be as complex as the machinery itself. From prep work to alignment and testing, it's your team's job to put it all together. That's why it's good to have Grainger on your side. With industrial-grade products and next-day delivery, Grainger helps ensure you have everything you need close at hand through every step of the installation. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.